what it is, man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get.
All right, man. Jermell Charlo has been ordered to face Bakhram Murtazaliev. That's what I'm gonna call him. So he got two mandatories, but the thing about it is, according to Dan Rayfield, back in January, Jermell Charlo signed on to take on Bakhram Murtazaliev IBF mandatory before he signed on to take on Tszyu. So it seemed like it's conflict right here, and if he signed an agreement to take on Bakhram, then I guess you would have to honor that agreement. You know what I'm saying? So he was saying, like, how did you not know you signed the agreement and all that? So Bakhram, I'm gonna call him Murtazaliev. It sounds better than probably how it's pronounced. It's the IBF mandatory. So you got to understand they ordered him to fight Tszyu as well too, and this is why Undisputed can be sustained. But check out the Box News playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, the subscribe button, it's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase chance notifications. This is why it is impossible to sustain Undisputed, because you got 4 belts. You got to defend this belt, that order mandatory, this, that, and the third. So, like I said, a lot of people say, what Tszyu do to deserve a mandatory? A lot of people say, what did Bakhram Murtazaliev do to deserve a mandatory? So, but he number one, Tszyu number one. Like I said before, Jermell Charlo don't need to defend Undisputed regardless. You know what I'm saying? He don't need to defend Undisputed for what? You won it. You've been in the division since like the early 2000s. He's been in the division about almost 10 years. Yeah, he's been in the division almost 10 years, bro. So, I mean, like I said before, a lot of these dudes don't be wanting to move up. That's the crazy thing about it, man. A lot of PBC dudes, man, they refuse to move up. It's just like it's PBC religion. It's a creed. Don't move up. You know what I'm saying? These dudes do not want to move up. Everybody can't be Hagler, bro. And the reason Hagler didn't move up because 168 was predominantly European division, and 175 was probably one step out of its truth. But nonetheless, it says Charlo must defend against Bakhram Murtazaliev. That's what I'm calling him. If you don't like it, I don't care. Y'all don't support the channel enough. I don't make enough to pronounce niggas' names right. Undisputed junior middleweight champion Jermell will need to defend against his IBF mandatory Bakhram Murtazaliev next, rather than WBO mandatory Tszyu. Dan Rayfield has a copy of documents that Jermell Charlo 35-1-1 and 19 KOs earlier this year, stating that he would defend against the unbeaten IBF mandatory challenger Bakhram Murtazaliev 20-0 15 KOs. He also is managed, I believe, by Ingus Klimov, Lomachenko and Usyk manager. Next, if he successfully got past WBO champion Brian Castanos in their rematch, Rayfield's copy of the document Jermell signed, promising to IBF mandatory Bakhram Murtazaliev. The logical question is how Jermell was not aware he'd already signed to face Murtazaliev and he couldn't fight Tszyu after that. So, I mean, paperwork don't mean nothing, bro. Like, that don't really mean nothing. Al Heyman probably signed it. Al Heyman probably got all types of power of attorney over them and all types of stuff. So, like I said before, man, Bakhram's, well, it's unclear whether Jermell would take the fight with 29-year-old Murtazaliev, who's currently resides in Oxnard, or if he'll vacate the IBF strap and take on Tszyu next. Apparently, him and Tszyu already got a deal. Murtazaliev, 8-year professional career, is filled with absurd names, no opposition from top to bottom, and Sean Jones can't figure out who he's defeated that is worthy of him being the mandatory challenger of the IBF. Same thing can be said about Tszyu. Who did Tszyu beat? So, apparently he signed this contract, and you gotta, you signed it, and that probably Al Heyman signed it, and he probably just, forgot about it. But Dan Rayfield out here posting the contract. He PBC New Coppinger. If you pay attention, nobody cares neither. He leaked the Tank Davis pay-per-view numbers out. Nobody even knew. I didn't know until somebody told me. So he said, I have Jermell Charlo hereby submit the acknowledgement letter after my bout with Brian Castanos. If I still hold the IBF 154-pound title, I will have 10 business days to decide whether I choose to vacate the IBF title or next engage in the mandatory against Bakhram Murtazaliev. He says that if notice of my decision is not provided within a said 10-day period, I shall defend my IBF title against Murtazaliev in my next bout. I shall make no further applications after the Castellanos bout to the IBF to extend my mandatory bout any further. A TGB LLC is authorized by me to get notice on my behalf. I agree to be bound by the terms of this announcement. I understand that New Jersey Sports Production Inc. main events as a promoter of background match value, Orlando. So I don't even how he signed his name. So that's what he said. So I mean, shit, that is what it is. At the end of the day, who cares? Neither one of them deserve the right to get in there and be mandatory challengers. That's wrong with boxing. There's no standard on mandatory challengers. Look at his resume. Come on. This dude just literally fought a 10 rounder, bro. He just fought an 8 rounder. This fought a 10 rounder, bro. This dude just fought an 8 rounder, bro. How's he fighting for a title, bro? He fought a 12. You know what I'm saying? So come on, man. You know, when you do stuff like this, the fans lose. He got a lot of knockouts, though. When you do things like this, the fans lose. Who's he beat? Now, not even a Terrell Goucher on his resume. It's a waste of the fans' time. It's a waste of our time. Vacate the strap. At least people seen Tim Tszyu, know Tim Tszyu, don't mind seeing Tim Tszyu. You just fight Tim Tszyu. Or vacate and move up. Simple as that. Simple as that, bro. Why we gotta sit through absurdity? I mean, you look at the ranking system, you know, who does he beat? Who did he beat? I'll wait. Tony Harrison, Fondor, Liam Smith, Charles Conwell, Danny Garcia, Lubin. Come on. None of these dudes that matter. None of them. So I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. So, you know, if he signed it, he signed it. You know, 10 days gone and past. So that is what it is, man. Nobody, I mean, shit. You know, ain't really much to do at 60, so he should get a jump at 60, but you know, that is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. But like I said before, another waste, another useless mandatory. You know, people talk about the problems going on in boxing. Well, let's talk about this problem in boxing with terrible and shitty mandatories. Let's talk about that. Mandatories that don't hold no weight. Mandatories that fans don't want to see. Like, bro, you should at least have to fight one person in the top 15, one person in the top 10, and one person in the top 3 or 5. That's how it should be, bro. That's what I said before. When these fighters wake up and stop, looking for validation from these sanctioned belt bodies, you just make the best fights. It don't matter if it's a world title no more. World titles don't do nothing. They're not real gold. It's not real diamonds. It's not real platinum. It's not real silver. You know, they're not gonna pay your bills at the end of the day. Come on, you don't get a pension out of it. You don't get a 401k out of it. You don't get Medicaid, Medicare, nothing. Healthcare, excuse me. Nothing. Andre Ward told y'all that all they do is end up collecting dust. So, like I said before, they're paying sanctioning fees and getting nothing out of it but a plastic belt. And they get finessed, every time you say something like Wilder say, I'll catch your body, they ready to throw Wilder up under, strip Wilder or fine Wilder. It's a money grab. Once the fighters end up find out they make the sanctioning bodies, it's a wrap. Without them, it ain't no sanctioning belt bodies. But like I said before, with social, one thing about the new generation, the great thing they're doing, they're doing a great job at they're doing a great job at entrepreneurship. That's what you can say. They're doing a great job at entrepreneurship. These fighters ain't got no, they ain't, they don't believe in entrepreneurship, bro. They let Al Heyman handle everything, do everything. Nobody, trying to be leader of new school. Nobody trying to lead them to a union, bro. It's just, matter of fact, they can't even, be at a top rank. PBC can't even be at a top rank event. Crazy. Super duper crazy. So, and they really ain't trying to advance the sport. No way, bro. None of these sports are trying to advance the sport. Everybody's just trying to get their money and get in and get out. No way, but neither one of these dudes should be a mandatory. Let's just be real. Neither one of these dudes should be a mandatory. I say it again. Neither one of these dudes should be a mandatory. They have not earned the right to be a man. Fondor earned the right. He fought Lubin. He fought a couple credible guys, a few credible guys. He earned the right to be a mandatory. Come on. He earned the right to be a mandatory. Come on. But these dudes right here, man, it is what it is. Let's see what main event promotions. He's not even with PBC, so the smaller promotional companies, they got to get in where they fit in at. But like I said before, it is what it is. If he was gonna be next, they should have showcased him on the card. Simple as that. If he was gonna be next, they should have showcased my man's on the card. Another useless mandatory. So I mean, he didn't make a determination. He said he got a deal for Tszyu. Now he got to honor this deal because it's past 10 days. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? So it is what it is, man. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, future channels, get notifications. We go live and drop a video. Financially support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link description. Financially support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link description. Outside of that, man, hit my link tree. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. All the links in the description. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. One time. Peace.